panicking. Don't panic. No, I am, because I'm going to lose my job.
A stitch up. It was a stitch up.
Upset. When I lose the small side of games, I'm upset. Because that's the fucking standard. When I don't see a team that wants to play in the Champions League. You want to play in the Champions League? Play to play in the Champions League. And the same to you and everybody. And everybody that comes on the bench to contribute, to help. We were so hard to be here, and we give it away. The good thing we have 45 minutes.
Do you think the best team lost this time?
I think so, yeah. Especially for 160 minutes. I'm saying that, and they are saying that because they just told me that.
Who did the PSG bench?
Yeah.
Mikel Arteta. Oh, boss, that game against Bournemouth was crazy. The last-minute goal, we went nuts. Though some people say every time we win a game, we celebrate like we won the league. We don't over-celebrate, do we, boss?
Oh, no, Martin Odegaard. I don't think so.
Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN. Big up to everyone that is locked in. We've got Arsenal 2, Olympiacos 0. And yeah, what an interesting game. Ultimately, we got the win. Definitely the first half was better than the second half. I have to say that. Much better. A game that we could have won 5-0, 6-0, 7-0 with the amount of opportunities that we missed in this game. But ultimately, we got the win. Very frustrating with our finishing in the final third, but a lot more improved to some of the games that we saw at the start of the season. But some players very, very frustrating. I have to say there's certain players today that didn't play well. But I'm going to start it off with Martin Odegaard, because Martin Odegaard today, I want to see this Martin Odegaard every week, please. I want to see this Martin Odegaard every week. And I'm talking about at the crunch end of the season, quarterfinals, semi-finals in the cups. I want to see this guy consistently performing. And maybe because Eze is here, he's having to up his game. But I think Martin Odegaard today, probably my man of the match today. The passing today, the runs that he was seeing, playing it the first time, through balls into Gyökeres, obviously assisted for Saka's goal. That is what I want to see. Not sideways, backwards, timid. You know what I mean? This is the Odegaard that I would like to see on a consistent basis. Trossard today, how many opportunities do you need to put the ball in the back of the net? How many opportunities do you need to put the ball in the back of the net, Trossard? Just put the ball in the back of the net, bro. Too many touches. How many times? Even Moreno was setting up Trossard. Even towards the end of the game, Moreno's laying it off to Trossard in the box. Either hit it first time or take a touch and release the shot straight away. Taken way too long to set. Taken way too long to release the shot, in my opinion. Very frustrating Trossard today. Have to keep it real. And Ben White today as well, getting duppied, ball through his legs. I even saw Arteta shouting at Ben White as well. Poor from Ben White. I can't even lie. He was poor today. Really poor. You know what I mean? Defensively getting cooked at times. And I can't even lie, in the second half as well, most of our crosses into the box was coming down Miles Lewis Skelly's side. He was not closing down his man. I don't know where he was. But they were just spamming crosses and putting us under pressure for no reason. He should have done better today as well. It goes without saying. But like I said, all in all, a lot better. Martinelli at times frustrating. Let's get into some of the highlights of the game, because it was a good game in the sense that we created a lot of opportunities. We definitely created a lot of opportunities to score. A couple of players were a little bit frustrating, I can't lie. Even the first 9 minutes of the game, before Odegaard started really setting into the game, Odegaard was a little bit frustrating right at the start of the game. It was very early on in the game. First 9 minutes, he was losing the ball. He had a dead free kick that went straight to the goalkeeper. On the counter-attack, losing the ball. But then after 9 minutes, Odegaard started performing. You know what I mean? He started performing. That through ball into Gyökeres, Great ball by Odegaard. Got to give him props. He's a player that I criticize a lot, but like I always said, whether I rate the player or not, if you perform well, I'll give you the props. I'll give you the props. That through ball from Odegaard into Gyökeres, barging off the defenders, shot hits the post. Martinelli with a tap in. That was a good goal. That was a good goal, and it started with Odegaard. I want to see Odegaard be more direct and to see the passes and make the passes earlier, which today he did a lot of. So big up to Odegaard. Much better performance than what I've seen in recent time with Odegaard. Even Lewis Skelly had a cross into the box that Martinelli headed wide. He should have scored that. Should have scored that early in the game. Should be scoring at Martinelli, man. Nobody even marked him. Great cross from Lewis Skelly, to be fair. And all it needed was the finish. But Martinelli heads it wide. That's another opportunity that we should have scored from. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? And yeah, from there, a counter-attack by Martinelli. Loses the ball. Gyökeres was clean through. If Martinelli just would have looked to the left-hand side, he would have seen that Gyökeres was clean through. Obviously, Martinelli a lot of the times runs with his head down. All you had to do is literally play Gyökeres through. He was through, but instead Martinelli tried to run it past the defender and loses the ball. That was a very good counter-attack that all he had to do is lay it off to Gyökeres. Instead, he ends up losing the ball. Martinelli and his decision-making at times is so frustrating, I can't lie. So frustrating. Odegaard with a great through ball into Gyökeres, and he gets his shot blocked. Gyökeres, man, it's just not it's not clicking for him at the moment, man. He should have scored that goal as well. You know what I'm saying? You got to be burying that. Odegaard put you clean through Gyökeres. You got to be killing that opportunity off and putting it in the back of the net. But it is what it is. There was a cross in the box from Olympiacos, just headed wide. A lot of their crosses we were looking at a bit suspect. They even had a goal ruled off just because the player was offside. The defending in that was a little bit suspect. I can't lie. They were putting us under pressure with the crosses into the box. Olympiacos, got to keep it real. We weren't dealing with their crosses that great. We looked quite nervous every time they were spamming crosses into the box. I got to keep it 100. But it is what it is. Another through ball into Gyökeres, and he had time. He cuts on his right foot, and he just spammed it over the bar. And it's like, where is the composure, Gyökeres? Where is the composure, bro? You need to have some composure, bro, when you're in front of goal. Yeah, I mean, literally, when he cut on his right, the defender's already beat. It's just 1v1 with the goalkeeper. You got to be burying those opportunities. Got to be burying them. Do you know what I mean? Then Trossard had an opportunity in the box. His shot goes wide and over the bar as well. And it's like, where is the composure? Ultimately, that is what it is. We won the game anyway, but these players need to be a lot more clinical. We should have at least won this game 3-0. At least. That's the bare minimum. You know what I mean? That's the bare minimum. So I think a lot of these players need to fix up in terms of their finishing. 100%. They need to fix up on that. Martinelli on the counter attack, losing the ball, holding on to it too much, taking too many touches in the first half, and that ends the first half. You know what I mean? Martinelli again on the counter attack, man. He just doesn't look up and see the runners, or he holds on to the ball too much, or he wants to run the whole length of the pitch. And it's like, Martinelli knows that when you've got multiple players to beat, you're not that guy. You're that guy that if you find space in behind and you're 1v1 with the keeper, yeah, more time than not, Martinelli will bury it. Look up, see the runners, see the runs from Gyökeres, see the runs from other players. Do you know what I'm saying? From Trossard, and release the ball. That's what he needs to do. Second half, Trossard absolutely horrendous in that second half. Absolutely horrendous, man. Absolutely horrendous from Trossard. Dead cross. Do you know what I'm saying? Another shot in the box went wide by Trossard in the second half. No composure. Absolute zero composure. Ben White continuously getting cooked. Yeah, I'm saying that winger was absolutely cooking him. Yeah, I'm saying absolutely cooking him. I think it was Pedence absolutely cooking Ben White, and yeah, it was mad. Odegaard on the counter attack, ball into Trossard, beats the defender, and then his shot gets blocked once again. Not releasing the shot fast enough. Trossard was really bad this game, really bad, so wasteful. So wasteful, which is why I was surprised he was even starting, man. I was surprised that he was even starting. And then Saka beats the defender, cross to Odegaard. That shot gets saved. Odegaard should have buried that opportunity as well. That was a clear-cut opportunity to score. Doesn't score it. It is what it is. And then we just kept getting spammed crosses from Miles Lewis-Skelly's side. That left-hand side just kept getting crosses spammed. I don't know what Skelly was doing, positionally all over the place, not closing down the winger. They're just spamming it. Until Saka plays a little 1-2, Saka Odegaard, back to Saka, and then he puts it through the goalkeeper's legs and makes it 2-0. All in all, like I said, Zubimendi to me wasn't that great today, I'll be honest. I don't think Zubimendi was that great. And yeah, I still got a massive question mark when it comes to Zubimendi, if I'll be completely honest. And yeah, a lot better from Odegaard, man. Listen, more players that, you know, perform, the better for the football club. I want all the players in form and performing. But I just want to see this consistently from Odegaard. That's what I want to see. The way he was finding space, the way he was creating opportunities for Gyökeres and Trossard. I want to see, you know, now we just need players to be finishing their chances. We need Gyökeres to hit form. We need our strikers to be putting the ball in the back of the net, man. That's what we need. Do you know what I mean? That is what we need. At this moment in time, we're not clinical enough in front of goal. And in some games, we're not going to be able to, you know what I mean, be this wasteful. But we all expected to beat Olympiacos. I said 3-0. I said 2-1 actually. We won 2-0. I said 2-1 on Rashid's channel before the game. And all in all, I'm happy. Like I said, it's no surprise when you don't play 3 defensive midfielders. The team actually come out to win a game and come out with the intent to get the 3 points. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. So listen, I'm happy with, you know, our intent in the way that we were attacking. Most of our creativity was going through Odegaard. Martinelli on the counter needs to be a lot smarter. Like I said, we need to see more from Martinelli. It's all great when you're through on goal, but at the same time, when you're part of the build-up, Martinelli's just not that guy that you want being part of the build-up. He's just too wasteful, man. Too wasteful. But I'm very happy with Odegaard. At the end of the day, Martinelli, you know, he did get a goal. He did well in the follow-up to Gyökeres' shot. And that's what we need to keep doing. Playing attacking football. I don't want to see Trossard starting. I don't really want to see Martinelli starting, if I'll be completely honest. I think these guys are performing better off the bench. When they start games, they can be extremely frustrating. And yeah, like I think for different reasons. I think Trossard the finishing is inconsistent. Martinelli is more in the build-up. Like a lot of times we play through to him and he just doesn't have the IQ on the counter-attack. He just does not have the IQ to play the right passes at the right time and to bring other players into the game. I just find Martinelli a lot of times very selfish, very, very selfish, instead of seeing the runs. But like I said, against West Ham, I'm expecting Rice to start that game. I'm expecting, obviously, Zubimendi's probably going to start that game. Odegaard, do you give him a chance after this game? It's one of them ones. I mean, Eze's been playing well. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it's a bit of a headache for the manager. Obviously, this game now gives Arteta a reason to start Odegaard because he played well against Olympiacos. But at the same time, Eze played well against, you know, he's been doing his thing as well. So, yeah, man, I just feel like, you know, are we going to continue this approach going forward? Or do we just let the handbrake off because it's Olympiacos and we're comfortably the superior team? I want to see this kind of ambition, this kind of intent to win games going up against, you know, teams like Atletico Madrid that we got coming up, Crystal Palace, teams that have got dangerous attacks, but we go there with the intent to get the 3 points. That's what I want to see. I want to see the intent. I want to see us playing a more balanced midfield. And hopefully Gyökeres, you know, hits the ground running. I think Gyökeres needs to do a bit better. And this game, once again, just like the Newcastle game, he was fed opportunities. He need to be taking those opportunities. This is why we bought Gyökeres. He was fed those opportunities today. I've been defending Gyökeres in terms of Start of the season, he wasn't really receiving the ball where he wanted. He had to drop in deep to receive the ball. He didn't have to do that today. He was receiving the ball in the counter attack, and I need to see more. Yeah, I mean, I need to see more, because when you're getting service and you're not scoring those goals, we got a problem now. Now we're looking at you. I know you're new to I know you just come to Arsenal. I know it's not been the greatest because we was playing 3DMs and playing this nonsense system and you weren't receiving the ball. But when you get opportunities in the box, which today you had a couple of them, you've got to be burying them. You've got to be burying those opportunities. You know what I'm saying? So I need to see better from Gyökeres. I know they were fouling him a lot of times. He was holding up the defenders very well today. That's something that improved today from Gyökeres. He was being a lot more physical, but I just feel like I agree. I feel like he was being way too snappy with his opportunities instead of just chilling out. Do you know what I'm saying? And just do what comes natural. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like he's rushing it. I feel like he feels the pressure. Every game that goes by, he's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure. He's feeling the pressure. But we need to see more composure. We need to see more composure, especially against a team like Olympiacos. We need you to be getting at least shots on target. That opportunity where he spanked it over the bar, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. You need to at least be getting it on target, man. At least getting it on target. But yeah, ultimately it's okay. But that's something that needs to fix up, because otherwise, the pressure is just going to keep mounting for Gyökeres. It's going to keep mounting. I completely understood Arteta playing him in this game for his confidence, for him to get used to the team. I just need now Arteta to consistently play football so that he knows when he's going to receive the ball. He knows that we're playing attacking football, and he knows that we always have the intent to go forward and try and blitz team. I think at the start of the season, I think he was getting frustrated, Gyökeres, because he was making the runs and nobody was finding him. Now it's the reverse. Now Gyökeres is making the runs and nobody's finding it. And they're finding him and he's not putting the ball in the back of the net. That is one of the major problems. Big up to everyone that's joined from Lee's stream. Yeah, I'm saying big up Lee for the raid. Do you know what I mean? The link is there for anyone that does want to jump on. But yeah, that's what I want to see from this team, man. I just want to see this kind of intent. And like I said, there's no surprise. When we play attacking football, you see the best out of this team. Do you know what I'm saying? You start seeing that they start playing a lot more fluid football. They start playing a lot better. And that's what I want to see. This team was never built to play 3DMs, to play defensive, defend for 90 minutes. It's not how the team was built. So it's no surprise that you play attacking football. You see more from Martinelli, even though he was very frustrating today. There's no surprise you let the handbrake off and you see more from Odegaard. You know what I mean? I've been calling this out. The best version of Martin Odegaard is when we played attacking football, 22-23 season. That's the best. There's not only the best version that we saw from Odegaard, it was the best version we saw from Martinelli. It was the best version we saw from majority of these players when we played attacking football. So hopefully it continues this way. Hopefully we continue to play with this intent and with the intent to get the 3 points. We played a lot better against Newcastle. We played a lot better today. There has been a drop-off that I keep seeing in the second half. Hopefully the manager can address that. But I want to start seeing certain players be more productive on a consistent basis. I want to see Gyökeres be more lethal. I want to see Trossard be more lethal and bury the chances that he gets. You know what I mean? He's been a player that's been very, very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. Lewis Skelly needs to improve, man. He needs to improve. Listen, I was saying against Man City, Calafiori should not be starting. Look at the way he got spun. Look at the way he got turned and everything else like that. But at the end of the day, these performances don't help me defend Lewis Skelly. Those crosses that were getting spammed into the into the box, sorry, you need to do better than that. You need to do better than that, bro. You need to be doing better than that, Skelly. Honestly, we need to be seeing better than that, because that there, it looked like we had no left back. They were just spamming crosses. But yeah, I mean, Lewis Skelly needs to fix up. You're poor in preseason. I know you just come back, but bro, this ain't gonna get you into the team. And I don't want to see Calafiori. I want to see Lewis Skelly starting. I think he's got a lot of ability. But then again, when you look at the cross that he put on the plate for Martinelli at the start of the game, you can see his quality when he's able to play almost that midfield role. When he tucks in, plays that little inverted role, he's a natural midfielder. You can see that he's got the technique and the talent to play as a midfielder, innit? So I don't know. I'd prefer to see Skelly as a midfielder. Maybe that's why we bought in Mbappe. Obviously, he's injured at the moment. We saw him in the stadium. He's injured at the moment, but I just feel like you're seeing a lot from Lewis Skelly when he's able to go forward, like taking on players, good crosses into the box. Do you know what I mean? Creating opportunities when he's allowed to, but obviously he has to always get back and do his defensive duties. So I'd like to see Skelly move to the midfield, move to his natural position, and let that left back position go, because I think this season it looks like he's getting figured out. I can't even lie. If you're getting cooked like that on the left hand side against Olympiacos, that's crazy. I can't lie. That's crazy. Ben White as well, since the injury, has not been the same player. Let's be real. Ben White he's leaving a lot to be desired, Ben White. He's another one that I'm struggling to defend right now. I'm struggling to defend him right now. Do you know what I mean? I'm struggling to defend Ben White right now. Obviously, we got Timber. Everyone prefers Timber there. But Ben White needs to step it up, bro. He needs to step it up. I know he's got a couple of injuries, but, bro, we need to see better from you. You were poor today. Our fullbacks really let us down this game. They allowed Olympiacos to play their game and spam crosses into the box. So hopefully they can improve on that, because like I said, I think Ben White was has been a bit of an unsung hero. Like, I feel like, and before Timber, like, people were going it was under the radar how well and consistent Ben White was performing for us. It was always Gabriel Saliba getting praised, but for a long time, Ben White was a very consistent performer for Arsenal. So I'd like to see him go back to that form. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd like to see him go back to that form. But yeah, the link is there. Let me get through some of the comments, because bare comments. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up Northside, big man thing. I think we could have grabbed the goal if given the chance Trossard had. Yeah, man. I hear it. Big up everyone from Lee, everyone that came through from Lee's raid. Big up Northside. I'm worried about West Ham at the weekend now that Nuno is in charge. Let's see what version of Mikel we're gonna get, because we either have this version of Mikel or we have the Liverpool. When we played Liverpool with 3 DMs, we have that version of Mikel. Do you know what I'm saying? If we go there with the intent to win the game, listen, West Ham's defense is dead. So if we go there to attack them, bro, we'll get the points, man. Do you know what I'm saying? We'll get the points. But if we go there and allow them to, Bowen to get into the game and allow them to attack and dictate the game, then yeah, we could drop points. When Mbappe is fit, I think we'll see him be the main left back, which what I want, because he's better than Miles Lewis, Skelly, and Calafiori defensively. Well, hopefully he lives up to the hype, innit? Hopefully he lives up to the hype. Like I said, we've seen better performances from Lewis Skelly and from Ben White. Today was not a great performance by our fullbacks, man. Not a great performance by our fullbacks at all. And I was getting a bit worried with the crosses going into the box, man, because it was just spamming crosses after crosses after crosses. We didn't close them down, but luckily we came away from it unscathed. But they need to step up. Both of them two need to step up. I can't lie. Gyökeres isn't getting the goals through Dole North. That would annoy me as a fan, especially how much you spent on him. He might not succeed this season. Maybe next season it'll be better. It'll be better. It's the service. Listen, do you know what it is with Gyökeres as well? I kind of feel like he's been frustrated because, like, for the first couple of games, he wasn't playing into his strengths. He wasn't getting any service. Was playing 3 DMs and just sitting back and doing this defensive thing. And he was making a lot of runs and wasn't being found, didn't it? So now that he's getting found, like, he just snatching on it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a bit of frustration, but at the same time, yeah, of course, this can't continue. We bought Gyökeres to finish off opportunities. We bought Gyökeres to take the burden of scoring goals at Arsenal off of Saka. Let's be real. That Saka was week in, week out, our highest goal scorer, always the guy scoring the majority of our goals. And we brought him in to also be a clinical finisher. At the moment, he's not being clinical. I'm not going to completely write him off. I'm going to give him a bit of time. You know, we've seen certain players that come to the Prem and not light it up just like that. You know what I mean? Gravenberch, that we all now, rate. You know what I'm saying? Gakpo, there's been loads of players that come into the Prem and it's taken a while for them. So I'm going to give him a bit of time. But at the same time, he has to step up, and it needs to be pointed out now because he is getting service. I can't even say, oh, he's not getting service. He's definitely getting service. Odegaard created enough opportunities for him to score this game. You got to be putting the ball in the back of the net. No excuses. No excuses. You have to be putting the ball in the back of the net. So we will see, innit? We will see with Gyökeres. We will see if he steps up. But it is what it is. Trossard was abysmal. So was Zubimendi. Yeah, they were poor, man. They were poor. Trossard was absolutely pants, bro. He was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. No composure. He got himself in good positions, but no composure. No composure. As if he's tired. I don't even know what he's tired about. Like, he was taking so long to set on the ball, and it's like, bro, I don't get why you just hit it first time. Like, I don't even understand why you're taking so many touches, bro. You know what I'm saying? Gyökeres is slowly fading in that attack. I hear it. I hear it. Martinelli greedy on the goal. Yeah, I'm saying he's very greedy, man. Martinelli is extremely greedy, and I don't even understand why, bro, because this guy should know his limitations. Martinelli is not good when he has to be even a defender, even when he has to be a defender. When he's already beat them, almost already passed them, and he can beat them for pace, yeah, then he's all right. But when he's still at the halfway line on the counter attack and he's got a player to beat, bro, a lot of the times the defender makes him run it out of play, or he loses the ball. And when you see Gyökeres there on the left-hand side, through on goal, and you're not squaring it, these are the things that frustrate me about Martinelli. These are the things that make him a limited player. It's his IQ. It's shocking. It's shocking. His IQ is absolutely shocking, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. You know what I mean? But big up, man. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. Listen, I'm happy with the win. I just think that we need to polish up on our finishing. I guess the team's been set back for so long playing this defensive football. I guess they're not used to attacking, innit? Because most of the time we're just putting the handbrake on and being extremely defensive. So I can't wait for next season when we have a new manager and the trash players are gone. Gyökeres still looks overweight. I don't even think it's overweighting, bro. I just think that he's just not caught up to speed. That's what I think. I just don't think he's caught up to speed yet. I watched the PSG game. They will destroy Arsenal, so you can kiss Champions League goodbye now, saving you the pick, bro. I never thought they would win it anyway. I'll be real. Do you know what I'm saying? Sadly, I never thought we'll win it anyway. Yeah, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah. Padence was a threat all game, I can't lie. Yeah, they were doing their thing, bro. You know what I mean? They were doing their thing, I can't lie. They were doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? They were doing their thing. Like I said, we need to stop. You know, we look a little bit edgy when it comes to crosses into the box. We need to fix that up. Zubimendi needs to step it up as well. These men were telling me he's better than Partey. I need to see more. I need to see more from Zubimendi. Let's not shy away from that conversation as well. I need to see more, bro. Because these men were hyping you to a next degree. Zubimendi this and Zubimendi that. You need to step up, bro. The thing is, we don't have time for Zubimendi and Gyökeres to get up to speed. You were brought into this club to perform now. To perform now. Unfortunately, you're not here. You're not a project player. You're not a process player. You're a player to perform now. And we need you lot to be firing at all cylinders right now. And that's the thing. Zubimendi, not been good enough, bro. You know what I mean? Not good enough at the moment. Not good enough at the moment. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I'm going to give these men enough games for me to then say my opinion of my full opinion on these guys. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said he want Pep out. Yo, it's crazy. I saw the pen. Man like Eric Dyer, you know? Eric Dyer. It's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. That wasn't Trossard. It was that ref. Nah, man. He was trash, bro. Arteta was rinsing right throughout the game. Yeah, he was cussing him, bro. He was absolutely cussing. The way he's shining at him, bro. But I kind of got it, though. He did have a right shine, bro. He was getting duppy, bro. He's getting nutmegged, bro. It's embarrassing, bro. Against Olympiacos. Come on. It's poor, man. It's poor. You need to do, you got to do more, man. Got to do more. Finishing was atrocious. Funny how these players can do well versus European teams, but in the Premier League, they're dead food. Yeah, they need to step it up. They need to step it up. They got to step it up, man. You know what I mean? AFTV think Odegaard's back, bro. We need to see a lot more before we start saying Odegaard's back. But this is what they do. This is what they do, though. They think Arsenal are now going to win the league because Liverpool have lost 2 games and we've won 2 games, bro. This is what this fan base do. This is what that channel does. They overgas everything. Just celebrate the win. Celebrate the positive from the game. Odegaard did well. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it moving, bro. Just keep it moving. We don't need to do all this extra stuff, bro. We've seen this before. Man are going on like we've never seen Odegaard have a good game. Like we've seen him have a good game. Even seasons he's been dead, he's had 1 or 2 good games. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, let's see. What makes you a great player is consistency. Consistently performing at a top level. That's what makes you a top player. So I don't know why these men are overgassing Odegaard, because so far this season he ain't been all that, bro. Do you know what I mean? And cool, he played well today. We're not playing Olympiacos every game. Do you know what I mean? Turn up against Fulham, turn up against West Ham, turn up against flipping Atletico Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I need you to turn up against. Not just today. These men just get too gassed too quickly. I'm sorry, but I'm not finding Zubimendi good, but let's see. Yeah, bro, there's a lot about his game. I don't know the way he loses the ball. 1v1. He even got a yellow card when we got caught on the counter. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm looking at him a little bit suspicious as well, bro. I can't even lie. North, I disagree. Gyökeres had a decent game. Great link up in his strength. Set up our first goal. I don't think he had a great game. I think he had an okay game. Great game, bro. You know what I'm saying? Listen, to me, a great game ain't when my striker ain't scored, bro. Do you know what I mean? He had opportunities to score, bro. And through on goal. He had opportunities to score. He didn't score. I can't say that's a great game. It was an okay game because yeah, the link-up play was decent and he was holding off a lot of defenders, bro. But come on, bro. He needs to be scoring goals. I can't say that's a great game for a striker that we paid the money we paid to get him in to be a clinical striker. I can't say that's a great game for me, bro. I can't lie. I get that you may not want to cuss him and stuff, and I'm not cussing him, but bro, come on, let's. I don't know, bro. North, you don't think you got weapons of mass destruction in the team? Oh, Tony Claude, bro. I swear down, that guy, bro. That guy, weapons of mass destruction. Weapons of mass destruction. Guy's got no shame. I can't even lie, man. I swear down, it cracked me up. Weapons of mass destruction. What's this? Big up Northside. What a shit win, but we win all together. Just got back from the match. The crowd was dead to us. Bro, listen, it wasn't the most amazing game that we've seen. I definitely feel like we didn't play as good in the second half that we did in the first half. It's a lot better than what we've seen at the start of the season. But yeah, hopefully we just build upon it, bro. Hopefully. Like I say, hopefully. Because if Arteta goes back to this bullshit of defend, then yeah, you know we see, bro, let's be real now. Like this version of this manager, yeah, it's been a long time since we see this guy actually have like cojones to actually attack the big teams. Do you know what I'm saying? It's normally the small teams where he's like, okay, let me release the handbrake. Okay, we can play some attacking football. Let's play an attacking lineup. Let's not hold back. Do you know what I mean? So Arteta's still on fraud watch, bro. He's still on fraud watch for me. He's still on fraud watch. I can't lie. Still on fraud watch, bro. I can't trust this guy. I can't trust this guy. You know what I mean? I cannot trust this guy. Gyökeres is very predictable when he plays in the Prem. Playing opposite teams have discovered his style of play to close him down. Do you know what? I actually think sometimes he gets himself in good positions. I just don't think he doesn't pull the trigger fast enough. He doesn't pull the trigger fast enough. Do you know what I mean? That's the problem that I have with him. Like positionally, he actually sometimes he does get himself into some good positions, but he just doesn't pop off the shots fast enough for me. Arsenal might just have to do some sales in January. There's players there that don't need to be there. Sell them before they sign a new deal. Or hopefully. Yeah, I'm saying, hopefully. Just subscribe. Not an Arsenal fan. I'm a Grimsby fan. I subscribe to streamers who only keep it real like yourself. Big respect. Big up, Aaron, man. Big up, Familia, man. Big up, bro. Grimsby, big up to you lot, man. You know what I mean? When you peppered Man United, Grimsby. You know what I mean? We all like Grimsby now. We all like Grimsby. North, did you see the chance in the first half where we were 2v1 and Martinelli didn't pass the Gyökeres, but instead looked down, took a touch, and let the defender get the ball? Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That was the one I was talking about, bro. So I mean about him, how frustrating he is, bro. It's just mad frustrating, bro. Odegaard has competition for his role, so stepping up to impress, playing with intent. Wonder where that was for 2 years. He was shocking last year. Yeah, bro. People getting onto him, bro. That's why they were getting onto Lee was getting onto him, flicking his hair. Now all of a sudden he stopped flicking his hair. You know what I'm saying? No more hair flicks. No more hair flicks. New cut. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't lie. I'm actually thinking of buying FIFA 26. I'm thinking of buying FIFA 26, man. I'm actually thinking about buying it and then just like late night FIFA streams every day, bro. Or Monday to Friday. Late night FIFA streams. I think I'm gonna do that, you know. I think I'm gonna do some. I think I'm gonna do. I ain't even got the game yet. I'm thinking about doing that still. I'm thinking about doing that. You're asking lads to come who aren't playing regularly, who need to get up to match speed Northside. I'd be more concerned with Zubimendi because he's not doing it for me. No, listen, I hear it, yeah, but players need to fight for their positions, innit? They need to fight for their positions, innit? At the same time, yeah, Zubimendi does concern me alongside other players that don't seem like they're ready to impact the team. And at the moment, Skelly, Ben White, Zubimendi, yeah, I'm saying Gyökeres, Trossard, they don't seem ready to impact the team. I think for different reasons, you know what I'm saying? For different reasons. But maybe we need Mbappe back. It's hard for me to say that because I ain't seen enough from him to say like, yeah, he's the answer. But I want to see, you know what I'm saying? I want to see what the hype is about with this guy. Because bare people waxing lyrical about him, and I want to see what the hype is about. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said those streams were jokes. Bro, maybe I'll just yeah, I don't know. There's no point me finishing that season, innit? There's no point me finishing that season because it's FIFA 25, innit? So I just start a new one. I do the 26. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that now. From now on, I think I'm gonna do that. FIFA every day. I think I'm gonna start doing that still. When Mbappe is fit, I think we'll see him be the main left back, which I want because he's better than Mars Lewis, Skelly, and Calafiori defensively. Moreno was awful again this evening. He should only ever come on as a late sub to try and nick a goal. I said I don't want to see him in the midfield. I'm tired of saying it. I'm actually tired of saying it. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy, bro. Oh, big up to Marie, man. Big up to Marie in the chat. Big up to Marie. You know what I mean? Big up to Marie, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, what's up with the likes, man? What's up with the... Don't make me raise... Yeah, bare glitches in 25. Yeah. Do you know what? When I finish, I might just buy it on... Because I need to buy it on... Oi, yo, Yassa, man, I need you to help me out with my... What do you call it? What's this now? Move this. Why's my screen gone black? Why's my screen gone black? What is going on? What is this? What is this? My laptop bugging out, bro. The screen just went completely black. What's going on? Yeah, OBS, bro. I need to make sure that that's calm, bro. If we can make sure that that's calm, I can be doing, you know what I'm saying? I could be doing loads of FIFA career modes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Northside in the chat. Was you ever a PES guy? I like FIFA, but years ago, PES really... Yeah, I was. I think it was like 06, 07. 06, 07 PES. Yeah, man, that was me. I think I switched to FIFA. I think it was 2008. But back in the day, yeah, it was PES, man. PES was the one, bro. PES was sick. But yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? OBS, yeah, man, we need to talk, bro. I don't think it's picking up my mic. Remember that time? I don't think it was picking up my mic, bro. Do you know what I mean? So do you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna download FIFA. Even when I go to Madrid, I'll be playing FIFA as well. You know what I mean? I'll be. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. We're definitely gonna be doing career mode. That I can easily do 5-hour streams. 4 hours, 5-hour streams. Easy, bro. Easy. Look at this guy. Those streams were sick, bro. Especially when you started losing jokes. Man, these men just want to see my downfall, bro. I don't know if I'm gonna still play free at the back. Yeah, Pezzo 6 as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? I switched to FIFA 2010. Pez 08, the best one. Pez was sick, bro. You know what I mean? Pez was sick. But you know what I'll do, yeah? I'll just let the squad be as it is, and I will make sure that I don't buy anyone at the start of the game. I won't buy no one at the start of the game. I'll just use the players that Arteta's got right now, and then we'll see, innit? We'll see what go on. You know what I mean? I won't buy no players like at the start. I'll just play the players that we got. You know what I'm saying? Just use the players that we got. And then in January will be the only time where I'll spend money. It'll be the first time where I'll spend money. So I just started with Mikel's team, innit? I started with Mikel's team. This is going to be stressful, bro. It's going to be stressful. But we'll see, innit? We'll see, innit? We'll do our thing, innit? We'll do our thing. You know what I mean? Free at the back. You man were taking the piss. When I had Saka playing as a wing back, you man were taking the piss. You know what I'm saying? But I was getting wins though. Do you know what I'm saying? And I won the Prem. You know what I'm saying? I was taking the piss. I'm taking the piss. But like I said, I said trust the judge. Yeah, man, you man were just taking the piss. But yeah, since then I ain't played PES, you know. Since the last time I streamed, I can't even remember the last time I streamed PES. I ain't even played it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna download the game. Fuck it. I'm gonna download it and make sure, you know what I mean, we get our money's worth. I'll be playing it religiously. Especially, haven't got international break coming up. I swear we got an international break coming up. Do you know what I mean? I think we got a week of international break. Yo, chat, I swear we got a week of international break. I swear next week now or something. I swear we got a week of international break. Something like that. Do you know what I mean? So more reason to be playing FIFA, innit? More reason to be playing FIFA. But yeah, next week. But yeah, man. What's man saying? But yeah, I haven't seen any of the highlights of the other games. I haven't seen any of that. Yeah, I ain't seen none of the highlights. I just saw the score. Obviously, Man City 2-2. Monaco getting a pen at the end. PSG 2-1. I'm very happy Sporting lost. You know what I mean? Dortmund absolutely cooked Bilbao. Juventus drew against Villarreal. I haven't seen any of the highlights. Newcastle won 4-0. I ain't seen none of the highlights yet. But yeah, man. Feels like most players want to be midfielders nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The international break next week. Yeah, man, I'm going to be in Spain, bro. I'm going to be in Spain. I can't wait. I'm going to be in Madrid. Can't wait, bro. Cannot wait to get out of England. Gyökeres is too slow and Trossard is a scrub anyways, along with Moreno. Gyökeres is too slow, man. He's moving too slow, bro. He's too used to the pace of Portugal, man. This ain't Portugal. You got to step up the pace, man. You got to step up the pace. Too many touches, too long to release the ball. You know what I mean? It's annoying. Trossard as well. Bro, Trossard is frustrating, bro. Can't stand international break. Pointless. Yeah, bro, we're going to make it entertaining, though, innit? We're going to make it entertaining. Don't worry about that. We'll make it entertaining. Because if I do FIFA career mode, yeah, if I do it during the day, everyone's at work. If I do it at night, then more people are available, innit? So, yeah, I don't know. Probably start at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like 10 to 3 or something. 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. or something like that. You know what I mean? Because FIFA, I used to be able to just bang out FIFA, man. Just play FIFA for hours and hours. But yeah, we're gonna make sure it's all running calm, and yeah, I might download it. I think I'll pay for it today, so it's downloading while I'm not streaming, innit? Because obviously I need the internet to stream or upload clips and stuff like that. So I might just buy it today, and then what day is it tomorrow? So what games are on tomorrow? Hold on, what games are on tomorrow? Man, tomorrow's some dead games, man. Yeah, I'll download it tonight, and then I'll start career mode tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start career mode tomorrow. So from tomorrow, and then Friday as well. Do you know what I mean? And the weekend, if I don't go out clubbing, I'll do it on Saturday. If I do go out clubbing, then yeah. But then Arsenal play Wednesday, West Ham as well. Yeah, man, we'll do it tomorrow, bro. The only way that it doesn't... we'll do it tomorrow. There ain't going to be no only way. We'll do it tomorrow. Career mode. We'll do it tomorrow. I see X was doing... big up to X. I see X was doing career mode. I see Rants be doing their career mode. And I'm like, do you know what? It's actually good, man, when there's not a lot of news and stuff like that, and you lot still get content and stuff. I think it's calm. And you can just, you know what I mean, jump in and out of the stream whenever you want. Do you know what I mean? It'll be calm. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Definitely career mode. But yeah, man. But I think I'm not gonna sign no players. Yeah, I said X is one. But is X good at? I didn't watch it. I don't know if X is good at it. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if X is good at this FIFA. It better not be no dickhead thing like, you know what I mean? Like 25, bro. I didn't really like 25's gameplay, bro. It's bare annoying, bro. Bare annoying. Do you know what I'm saying? And I didn't buy this flipping controller for nothing. Where's my controller? Where's the flipping? Oh, I was gonna say, I thought my ex took my controller. I was about to cuss her out. I thought my ex rotted. What's up with the controller? The controller's got bare look, so you know I don't play, yeah? The controller's got bare cobwebs in that. Man just bought the controller. I thought my ex took my controller. I was about to cuss her out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Nah, she didn't take it. But yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? Right, let me leave the controller out there so it reminds me. And yeah, we'll get the game, man. We'll get the game. Yo, what you saying? That stuff, man? You good?
Yeah, good, man. Chilling, got my Desperado and that. I don't give a fuck if it's like a Wednesday night or whatever. And after that performance, it was needed, man. It was needed. Like, first half was great. Started very well, got the goal. You know, Odegaard absolutely sourcing. Why can't we see that every week? Do you see what I mean? And then second half, it was like revert to type. My thing is, I want to ask you and everyone else in the chat, like, why can't we play 90 minutes? I'm pretty sure I said this after Newcastle, wasn't it? Why can't we play a full 90 minutes? Just a proper performance. Why can't we see that? It doesn't even have to be like, you know, Odegaard, for example, 10 out of 10. I don't think he was a 10 out of 10, but definitely 8, maybe 9 at times. You know, certain other players. But why can't everyone just be like sort of 6, 7, 8 out of 10? Do you know what I'm saying? For the whole 90 minutes, rather than just like one half where we're brilliant, and then one half where it's just like piss poor. Like Trossard, Ben White for me, worst player on the pitch, generational stinker and hooked. You know, and Zubimendi, how did he stay on like 90 minutes? I didn't think Marino was that bad, really, to be honest. He was better than Zubimendi. You know, it is what it is. Gyökeres had chances, didn't take them. You know, it's just the same old at the moment. Like, we won, but really and truly, if we were even a little bit clinical, bro, should have been 4 or 5, man. Olympiacos weren't good. They weren't good. Do you know what I'm saying? If we were on it, we would have slapped these lot. You know, and again, Arteta, you know, PTSD, like, and all of that. Like, it's... Come on, man. Like, sometimes you just have to have a bit of bollocks. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes in life, when things are going against you, things are a little bit tough, you know, bumps in the road and all of that. Yeah. You just got to show a bit of cojones, like have some guts. You know what I'm saying? Just go for it. You know, Ethan, Dowman, why didn't one of them or both of them start? You know what I'm saying? It's not like we're playing Man City. It's not like we're playing Liverpool. We've already played them. It's not like we're playing Bayern Munich. It's not like we're playing PSG or Barca. You know, a little bit of Project Youth, just something, man, something. Do you know what I mean? But again, you know, fair play. We got the win, but we can't keep doing this, man. Like we can't keep playing like this, you know. And we just need to see even more consistency. Like, let's not make it harder for ourselves. Like, you know, we got Gabriel going off. Like, hopefully it's not too serious, but you know what I'm saying, bro? It's just same old, isn't it? Very happy with the win, believe it or not, but causes for concerns and definitely areas for improvement.
Yeah, no, I hear it, man. I hear it. Even the fact that he took off Martinelli for Eze, put him on the wing again, it's like, what does this performance now mean that Eze is going to play in the wing again and Odegaard continues as a 10? I mean, like I said in the title, if we see this Odegaard week in, week out, I have no problem with playing Odegaard. If we see this version of him, because today he was doing the things that we normally criticize him for, releasing the ball early, finding the runners, not playing the safe pass, actually being the creative spark. Today he was the creative spark. He was the creative spark today. And this is the thing, yeah, like when we get onto players like Odegaard, when we see what we want to see from these players, we have no problem giving them props. We have no problem giving them their, you know, their due props for the game. But just do it on a consistent basis. We don't mind the number 10 that's going to lose the ball a bunch of places, a bunch of times, if you're trying to play through the winger or the defend or the attacker or the striker. Do you know what I mean? Because a creative number 10 is going to lose you the ball a lot of times because they're going to play high-risk passes. They're going to try and break the lines and try to dismantle and dislodge the defense. I can accept that because that's part of your job. When he pulls it off, it looks great. But is Odegaard, I want to see him consistently for 90 minutes, week in, week out. If you lose the ball trying to create something, trying to spark a counter-attack and bring in players in. I don't want to see this safe football, this safe pass it sideways so we keep possession. Nah. I want to see you playing high-risk, high-reward passes. That is what I want to see from the number 10. So if he can continue to play like that, then cool. Then him and Eze can battle it out for the number 10 role. I have no problem. Whoever's playing better is who plays. If Odegaard's outperforming Eze in that role and playing like this week in, week out, I have no problem Eze holding bench. And he can get rotated or he can get 20 minutes and that's the working his way back into the team. The thing is, yeah, I don't have any favorites. My favorites at my club are the players that perform. So if you perform, you're my favorite. But I need you to perform on a consistent basis. That's my thing. Like, that's my only thing. I only like players that perform on a consistent basis. And right now, I'm looking at Ben White and Lewis Skelly. I'm looking at them. I'm thinking, yo, I like Lewis Skelly last season, but this season I don't like Lewis Skelly. He's looking rocky. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like that's a player that we all were like, yeah, we like Skelly. Look at how well he's doing. This season, if he doesn't step it up, he's going to get criticism. That's how it goes. There's no favoritism. We wanted Gyökeres. I wanted Gyökeres. A lot of us wanted Gyökeres. I know not everyone wanted Gyökeres. But you've got to be doing better in them 1v1 situations. You've got to be doing better when you receive the ball in the box. That one where he cut in with his right foot and then spammed it over the bar. Bro, you've got to be doing... I can't defend you on that. You've got to at least work the goalkeeper. I can't talk about, Odegaard or this, no, or the system. No, you're in a position where that's your bread and butter and you're not even working the goalkeeper. Come on, bro. You got to step that up, man. And it's not like, I know it's Champions League, but you performed in the Champions League for Sporting. And look at the level of opposition that we were up against today. It's Olympiacos, bro. It's not like we were up against prime PSG.
It should be bread and butter, man. It should be bread and butter. It's like, you know the Portuguese league way more than I ever could and most other people because you're from there and you watch it and you know it anyway. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But with Gyökeres, he was poor tonight. I rate Gyökeres as a goal scorer and all that. I'm not saying like he's this amazing, techie striker. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not a Sorloth, and he's not a Dovbyk and in that caliber. Do you know what I'm saying? Like of footballing ability, even Isak. But for me, yeah, that chance you got to bury it. Trossard had one as well where he ballooned that out of fucking London. Never mind out of N5 and all that shit. Do you know what I mean? So we can't sit here and say that Odegaard didn't supply the service, especially when it comes to him. There were a few others as well, but mainly him. He was supplying Gyökeres the service, and you're right. He has to put them chances away. Now, yeah, Martinelli got the first goal in the end, but I don't think he was great at all. I don't think he was great. You know what I'm saying? His all-round game. There was a chance. Do you remember in the first half where all he had to do was just keep his head up? You know, remember this? You know, keep your head up and all of that, right? All he had to do was just look. Even before he got the ball, anyone that's played at a decent level, even Power League goals, I don't care, innit? Always have your head up. Always, you know, these people talk about scam rate, innit? Always looking, yeah? If he had his head up, he would have seen Gyökeres was clean through on goal. We know he's got the pace, and we know he's super strong as well. And he probably might have scored that if Martinelli played that ball. But no, what does he do? He takes a heavy-ass touch, and he loses the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? But we've been seeing this for 2 years, man. We've been seeing this for 2 years. That's why I can't defend him. Like, this past year, I was just like, I can't back you anymore, bro. Because consistently, you've been showing me that you haven't been performing. Odegaard was like that for a bit, but today, and it just goes to show, it's amazing how a little bit, not even a little bit, a bit of competition, you know, you start to get, you know, the fire in the eyes. Do you know what I'm saying? The fire in the eyes, guys. You know what I mean? You know, but this is all we've been asking for. And the reason why we're so critical of these players, especially with the likes of Odegaard, Rice when he came on, those kind of players, is because they're on top dollar. And they're at Arsenal Football Club. On top of that, one of the third biggest clubs in England. Well, we're meant to be. We're not acting like it. But if you're playing for Arsenal Football Club and you're on top dollar, I expect bare minimum for you to put a 90-minute performance, at least a 7 out of 10 week in, week out. And the occasional 9s and 10s. Do you see what I'm saying? When was the last time we looked at Martin Odegaard and was like, yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 performance? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm struggling, bro. I'm struggling. This is all we ask for. We're not asking for the whole world. All we're asking for is if you're on top dollar and if you're at Arsenal Football Club, whatever position you play, especially when you're starting, do your best, turn up, keep it simple, you know, and understand that you can't keep wasting chances. You know, even against the likes of Olympiacos today, who, again, we've previously struggled. You know, we lost 3-1 to them in Europa League knockout stage, like 5 years ago or so. So it's just like, for me, like, great, Odegaard, my man of the match by far, but I want to see that against West Ham. I want to see that against Atletico. I want to see that against whoever we play next after West Ham, do you know what I'm saying? And down the line, I want to see consistent performances. And if he does do them consistent performances and he keeps Ezra out the team, he keeps Ethan out the team, Dowman to a certain degree, then so be it. Can't complain, innit? Can't complain.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. I agree with this comment. Like, where's Ethan? Where's Dowman? Like, what are we preserving them for? Like, what are we actually waiting? Like, the cup games? Like, what are we waiting for to actually use these guys? I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Like I said, like, at the end of the day, like, the intent behind the way we started this game was good. I'm not complaining about the result. I'm just saying, like, these guys are supposed to be our future. Like, this manager was looking to get rid of Martinelli and Trossard to stick with Ethan and Dowman and them to become the future. But the future ain't getting no minutes. So if they're not getting any minutes, why not just loan them out? Why not loan them out? Because there's no development. Where's the development going to be with them holding bench? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't. I don't get what his plan really is when it comes to them two. And I feel like I'd rather invest more minutes, yeah, in Ethan and Dowman and Skelly than investing more minutes in Martinelli and Trossard. Like they just don't have no future at this club. Yes, Martinelli got another goal today, but let's just keep it real, man. You know we can't count on Martinelli. Everybody was happy to get rid of him. Trossard has been inconsistent. We know what they really are. Like they're just not good enough. Do you know what I mean? To get us to the level that we want. So why not invest in the players that are our future? I just don't really get it. Like anyone today want to tell me that Dalman couldn't play 20 minutes? Like, could he not play 20 minutes?
He should have played the whole half. Like he should have played the whole second half. That second half was dying for Max Dalman. You know, Ethan, why doesn't he start? You know, we went from Project Youth to trust the process to this to that. Now we're in phase 6 or 7, whatever it is. And they don't even get a single minute against Olympiacos at home. A game that was more than winnable when Odegaard actually turned up. See, if we had a Dalman either starting or playing 45 minutes, you know, Ethan starting, or at least getting 45 minutes, you know, I reckon we'd score a couple more goals. We'd be talking about a 4-0. Do you know what? Good performance. You know, we need to see more of this from the team and all that. But really and truly, all I'm talking about is how well Odegaard played, and certain other players like Gyökeres, disappointing. Trossard not good enough consistently. Martinelli should have been sold in the summer. Like, and then, you know, Zubimendi, how the hell did he play 90 minutes? You know, if it wasn't for that Gabriel having to come off or whatever, probably would have been substituted. But again, it's just like this manager's got to make some tough decisions. But whatever his decisions are, he has to back it, and he's got to make sure that it's right. Because it's all well and good being wrong and strong, but this is your 6th year. This is your 7th season. You have to deliver. We mentioned this last time we were on here after the Newcastle game on Sunday. He has to deliver. If he doesn't deliver, it's sayonara, mate. It's sayonara. You know, we need to start seeing consistent performances. Like, get like 3 wins on the bounce, like in the league, with pretty much 90-minute performances. It can't be that hard to do. Like, come on, bro. Like, is it really that much for me or you or anyone else in the chat to ask for 90-minute performances, like a solid 6, 7 out of 10 every week in the league? Have a 5-star performance here and there, especially in the Champions League? Is it really that much to ask? Is it really that difficult with the players that we've got? You know, yes, we've got some injuries, but every team's got injuries, man. Like what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I don't know, man. It's just I'm not holding my breath, but at the same time, bro, like, he better get it right. And yeah, like we need even by January, like, there's got to be decisions in terms of like getting certain players out that just either ain't going to get minutes, or they should have been like sold in the summer. You know, Deadwood, you know, like the Trossards, Martinellis, etc. We already ripped up Tomiyasu's contract. You know, do we sell Jesus? Because bearing in mind with Jesus, if we want to sell him to a Brazilian team, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the Brazilian season starts in January, I believe. Like, it doesn't start in July when the European kind of season starts. So if we sell Jesus in January, we get 5-10 mil, and then we get pretty much all of his wages off, then cool. But then, you know, you're going to have Havertz coming back around that time or before that. You know, where do we go from here? Because like West Ham have got a new manager, innit? So
Yeah.
is it going to be a guarantee? Not even a guarantee. Like, are we even assured to beat West Ham, you know, this weekend? I don't think so. We've notoriously struggled. Like, when was the last time we beat West Ham at home? Like, it's a sticky one still, bro. Pause.
Yeah, we just want to see consistency in it. I think there's a lot of this fan base now going to be over-gassing his performance alongside the Newcastle performance. But let's just, I was expecting us to win these games. I'll be real, like, the Newcastle game, I was raising an eyebrow, and I was like, could we do it? To be fair, we did. So big up to Arteta for that one. Fair enough. You know what I mean? I'm not going to take anything away from that. Normally, he gets schooled by Eddie Howe, to be fair. He did well against Newcastle. Fine. We'll give you that one. But Olympiacos, I expect us to win. Yeah, I still expect us to win against Newcastle. I just didn't think this manager would be able to do it, but he did it. Olympiacos, I expect us to win. West Ham, I expect us to win. Fulham, I expect us to win. And I expect us to win against Atletico Madrid based on the money that we spent. Do I expect us to win with this manager? That's where I got a massive question mark. Is he going to set us up properly? That's where I got a massive question mark. Is he not going to play 3 DMs? Massive question mark. Is he going to let the handbrake down? That's where I got a massive question mark. Crystal Palace, another one. We should be winning that game. Phase 6 billion pounds spent. We should be beating Crystal Palace. We should be beating Atletico Madrid. We should be. Keyword, we should be. Are we going to though? Are we gonna go? I mean, look at the way we played against Man City and Liverpool. Are we gonna have that approach against Crystal Palace and Atletico Madrid? I don't think so. I think he'll revert back to type. It's time for this manager to prove us wrong. You know what I mean? Prove us wrong like you proved us wrong against Newcastle. We don't mind being proven wrong. We just want to see some consistency. We want to see you putting up the right team lineup and having the right game plan. That's what I want to see. Do you know what I mean? And up until now, I can't count on this manager to do the right thing. So best believe this fan base is going to gas up today. They're going to gas up Newcastle. They're going to gas up Fulham. And then they're going to be going into the Atletico Madrid match, all gassed up. Oh, look at the wins that we got. Oh, we're cooking. We're back. Liverpool, they're looking shaky defensively. And then I feel like we're going to get scored against Atletico Madrid. I feel like we're going to get scored against Crystal Palace. Do you know what I mean? And then after that, we go against Brighton in the cup. That's when you're going to start seeing Diamond. When we go up against Brighton in the cup, that's when you're going to see Brighton. You know what I'm saying? If we beat Brighton, then they'll get cocky against Burnley. Then we'll get cocky a bit against Burnley. Then they'll get cocky against Slavia Prague. Then they get cocky against Sunderland. Then we'll go up to Tottenham. Then we got Bayern Munich, Chelsea. That's when reality hits again. This is how it goes with Arsenal. I'm sorry, but this is how I feel. We'll get a string of games where it's games that we're supposed to be winning anyway. And then they'll be gassing it up. Then we'll go up against a team where it's, it could be a banana skin. We'll slip. Then it's, but this and that. Arteta's got to change it. Then we'll get another win. Then it's back on the high. And that's how it's been for a long time. And until we win a major honor this season, that's how I'm going to be very reserved in giving this manager too much praise, because you can't show this kind of cojones and this type of I'm going there to win up against Atletico Madrid. That's what I want to see. I want to see cojones against Atletico Madrid. I want to see cojones against Crystal Palace. Those are the games I want to see cojones. I want to see cojones in the North London derby. I want to see cojones against Bayern Munich. The last time we faced them and they had a shitter team, they embarrassed us. So those are the games I'm going to be seeing the difference, bro.
Yeah, like it's for me, all these games you mentioned, like, but there's been a proven track record, you know, pattern recognition and all that we've struggled against some of these teams that you've mentioned. Well, actually, most of them, like Fulham, like whether we're playing them home or away, you know, more so away, but even at home, I mentioned already West Ham. We should be beating these teams, but will we actually? Like, Palace are still unbeaten, I believe, at the moment. I think they're like the only unbeaten team in the league so far. So that's going to be one of our toughest games. You know, like obviously you have the Burnleys down the line. Burnley, we should definitely be slapping, like we did with Leeds United. We should definitely be slapping them, home or away. You know, but the Atletico Madrid game, you see how they're moving at the moment, like 5-1 against
Madrid.
Frankfurt. Yeah, 5-2 against Madrid before that. Yeah, they're sourcing right now. And isn't it ironic that a good player like Alvarez can arguably become a great player just with a bit of freedom? Do you know what I'm saying? And what have we been saying when it comes to this manager, Arteta? Let the handbrake go and let the ballers play. And that includes Odegaard as well, because we know what he can do. But again, there needs to be some level of continuity, consistency, and showing some goddamn bollocks. You combine all three of them, like, I don't see why we can't beat all of them teams that you mentioned, even the likes of Bayern Munich, even the likes of Tottenham. Yeah, Tottenham noisy neighbours and all of that, but notoriously we have a very good record against Tottenham, especially at home. But even away, like we won there like the last couple of times or so, and then Chelsea as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's not all singing, all dancing, all fire in Chelsea. So in the next couple of months or so, I want to see a string of games, of performances, and the end result being www, not www dot, and then we draw or lose, and do you know what I'm saying? And then it becomes a bit like topsy-turvy and all that. No, less of that. We need results. Because the thing is, people, yeah, Arteta's put himself in this situation, whether you want to hear it or not, that he has to deliver a major trophy. Now, I want to make this very clear. I rate the FA Cup, I rate the League Cup as well. But most of you don't rate those two competitions. I get it. They're not what they were before. They're not put up as they should be like they were before. I hear it. But at the same time, can any of you honestly say, look us dead in the eye and be like, yeah, Arteta can get, with this squad of players, this team, over the line in the Premier League and or in the Champions League? I don't see it, man. I don't see it, because we're not going to be consistent enough, with or without injuries. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and we don't get going when it gets tough. And we've seen this even longer than 6 years throughout his tenure. We've seen this under Wenger. You know, it's the whole damn Emirates era. We just want something a bit different. It doesn't have to be scintillating football 24/7. Why doesn't he show multiple ways to win? He only showed it one season, and he's gotten PTSD from it ever since. You know, like, if it was working for that long, and the fact that we've had a major overhaul, especially this summer, that should be more incentive to go back to the attacking football of 22-23, especially because we've got the Ezers, we've got Gyökeres now. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got Zubamendi. You know, I know Madueke's injured and all that, don't rate him, but he's been playing well up until that point. You know, we've got a solid defence. We've got a very good keeper. Like, the spine is there or thereabouts there. Where's the excuses? I don't want to hear nada when it comes to excuses. This man has had pretty much everything he wanted, plus being on £50 million a year. It's time to deliver, man. It's time to deliver. If not, P45 incoming, and no one can complain. It is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. What can we do? You know what I mean? What can we do? We'll see, man. We will see, bro. We will see. What's this? Who's sending me this now? Hey, that's mad. Julian on AFTV put Tony Adams got it wrong about Odegaard.
No.
Oh my days. These men are already overgassing. But this is how this fan base are, man. This is how this fan base are, man. Always overgassing shit, bro. This is why they always look stupid at the end of the season. Just relax, bro, about Tony Adams got it wrong. Has he led us to any trophies? Man was talking about major honor. Has he led us to any trophies, bro? Man saying Tony Adams has got it wrong. It's just embarrassing. It's got to the point where it's just I don't even flip out anymore. I just look at it just like, this is just pathetic, bro. It's actually pathetic, bro.
You see what a difference like a few days makes. Do you know what I'm saying? 2 wins and we're calm as. Do you know what I'm saying? Neither of us are ranting and raving. Even the chat are very calm. That's very telling. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we got Julian. I'm sure Gal's buzzing like a motherfucker, and others, you know, just because we got another win. Well, we should be beating Olympiacos. We should be beating Newcastle. Home or away. We've been saying this shit. Why are you getting gassed because we beat Olympiacos 2-0 just because we've struggled with them previously? Oh, by the way, the reason why we struggled against Olympiacos when we've played them in the last, 5-6 years is down to this manager. Let's not get it twisted. It's down to this manager. Because even when we've had technically worse teams, squads, whatever, Any squad that we've had in the last 10 years should be beating any Olympiacos team. Come on. Why are we getting gassed? Why are they getting gassed? Like, they never learn. North, they never learn, man. They never learn. But this is why we don't win shit. This is why we haven't won a league since '04. This is why we've never won a Champions League, Europa League. The last time we won a European trophy was '94. Technically, I wasn't even born yet. Technically, on a technicality. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, but it's true. It's true. I've not seen us win a European trophy. I've seen Tottenham win one, but not Arsenal. That should burn in the very depths of your soul. But it doesn't. It does nothing for these, man. But when it comes to Arteta, one or a couple of wins in the space of a few days, oh, everything's all rosy in the garden again. Do you know what I'm saying? I was just they never learn, brother. You know, do the whole Roy Keane thing, just like, relax. Do you know what I'm saying? They never learn. You know, like, oh, my days, like, bro, like
It's what it is, man.
Oh, mate, I can't.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't know, man. This fan base now, it just turned to, oh, you got to praise. If you don't praise, then you're not a real supporter. But these are the same people that were cussing the manager about playing 3 DMs in the midfield. Like, they pick and choose when it's the green light to criticize, but we're not allowed to criticize because we're just being negative and we're being toxic and we're being way too critical.
Yeah.
It's BS, bro. Like, we are happy about today, but we've been here too many times. The problem is, this ain't phase 1, phase 2. This is phase 6. We've been here before. We've been in this position before where we've picked up some points. None of us expected this club to be near relegation. So we know we're going to win some games. We know we're going to beat some teams. We know this. But are we really going to be doing anything, bro? Like, these men are talking about Odegaard. Tony Adams got it wrong about Odegaard. What is he led us to win? Like, bro, he ain't led us to win anything. Like, if he leads us to win, the Premier League or the Champions League, then cool. You could say, okay, cool. You know what? Tony Adams was proven wrong. I was proven wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else that aligned with me, cool, proven wrong. He hasn't done anything, bro. One performance against Olympiacos, bro. I think the overpraising, is because they know the pressure's on, bro. They're overpraising now because they know they've been criticizing the guy, and they're like, yeah, he's the guy, because they just want this manager to succeed no matter what. This is why they keep saying, give it one more year. For some specific reason, they have to have Arteta to be successful at this club. They never had that vibe when it was Unai Emery because they already decided they didn't like him. But with this guy, it's like, nah, give it another go. It's like somebody that has a gambling addiction and they put a fiver, they lose it, put another fiver. Oh, they lose it, put another fiver, put a 20, put this, I'm going to just recoup, put another fiver, put another 20. By the end of it, do you know what I'm saying? You lost all your money trying to recoup the fiver that you started off with. And that's what it is with Arteta, bro. They're trying to recoup all this faith that they put behind him. It's like they can't let go. They can't let go of this manager. It's like, no, he must succeed. But the reality is, you can't run away from expectation. You can't run away from, people wanting results when you spend so much money. So this manager has to deliver this season. There's no more give it a season. We've been giving it a season for the last flipping 3 seasons. Like, we're not giving it no more seasons, bro. And they were just waiting, bro. They were waiting for a game. So then they can say, you see, we're back. And it's just like, bro, this ain't the game. Do you know what I'm saying? The Newcastle game, to an extent, they could say, okay, well, maybe we've changed. But even then, I was like, we scored from set pieces. Have we really changed? No. But we stepped up to the occasion. We got the win. Fine. Whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? But this ain't the game. Go beat Atletico Madrid, man. Go beat Crystal Palace. Then tell me that we've turned the corner. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep this up until flipping, do you know what I'm saying, February or something. Then tell me maybe we've turned the corner. Let's not do this.
Yeah, this ain't crunch time. Remember what I said on Sunday, bro? When it comes to, I was speaking to Half Volley, big up to Half Volley, because he was respectful and all of that. And if more Arteta inners or fans that don't align with us were more like him, I'd be cool with it. Do you know what I'm saying? with what they're saying and all that, but most of them aren't. And we know this, bro. You definitely know this, bro. You've been doing this long enough now. But like I said, yeah, pretty much verbatim for the most part, you know, we're still, well, now we're in October, you know, birthday month for me and all of that incoming, but still, I digress. Like, we're still in the early parts of the season. This ain't the crunch time yet. Wait till May, April, even March, and then we'll see where this team is at. This ain't crunch time yet. This ain't, this ain't pressure cooker settings. Not yet. Not yet. You know, most of these men don't even know what slow cooking means. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, it's all well and good, like, oh, give it time, give it time. You don't know what it really means to give something really, really time. Do you know what I'm saying? When you're trying to build something proper, especially like in your own life. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what this reminds me of as well? Gambling is a great example, and I learned that the hard way back in the day when you put the fiver on. Like when I was a kid, there was this sort of like little snooker machine in it. I think it was City Limits in was it the Colonnades in Early Way? It was Croydon. You know, little snooker machine. Put my £5 £1 coins in, thinking I was a fucking chap. I was a geezer and all of that. You know, winning 20 quid, and I thought, yeah, I won 20 quid. I could go win 50. I could go win 100. I could get some games. I could get this. I could go out. You know, live my life. I ended up blowing it all pretty much. Only left with a couple of pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to learn these lessons, innit? Another example would be like these men getting gassed because they got a girl's number that looked quite nice and was quite pleasant to them in that particular moment, on that particular day, night, whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? You just got a number. Relax. You're not going out on a date.
You don't even know she's gonna hold you back.
Exactly. You know, you could. I can't tell you how many numbers I've got. I've had bare. How many of them have come back? Not many. Not many. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you will never know until you actually get there, get over the line. You know what I'm saying? You know what that's like, innit? And to a much lesser degree, even I know what that's like. Like it's just a lot of it is perspective, but at the same time, you just got to be like well grounded, innit? Like why are they talking the most? Why are they gassing it up when we're in October now? You know, it's only been a couple of months. We're not even in January yet. But even January is like still a bit early. You know, you mentioned February, but really and truly, February and then March. Once you get to March, mid to late March, and then you're going into April, that's where we'll see where this team is. That's where we can judge them. And ultimately, if we're still there or thereabouts top, or we're second by a couple of points by April, then I'm like, okay, let's see if this manager can stick with it, keep making the right decisions and not fuck it up. And basically, can we get over the final hurdle? Can we get over the finish line? Those are the questions that still need to be answered. They're still unanswered questions. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we've been seeing. This is what we've been saying for way, way, way too long. Yeah, we're in October. We've got a couple of wins and all of that. You know, we're there or thereabouts. You know, not too far away from Liverpool at the moment. Cool. We've only lost one game. Cool. It's October. Calma. Relax, people. Relax. Yeah. Once it gets to April, yeah, once we get into April and we're still there or thereabouts, up there, and we're still in the latter stages of the Champions League like we were last season, cool. We'll see what this team is really made of, and we'll definitely see what this manager's really made of. Because he couldn't hack the pressure last season, because when we played PSG, we conceded in the first, it wasn't even 5 minutes, Dembele shushing the carpet. Do you know what I'm saying? He told us to shush, and we stayed quiet in it. Where was your talk? Why don't you back the team? Why weren't you, encouraging the players, get behind the team, guys. We need all of the energy, the light bulb guys, and all of that shit. Where was that talk when we were 1-0 down at home? This PSG team ain't shit because we beat Real Madrid, no? Do you know what I mean? But no, as soon as back's against the wall, when it's fight or flight mode, you guys want to fly out of there. Do you know what I'm saying? On some transcendent shit, like you want time to just elapse to the nth degree, bro. Like no. Hold that, back your talk, and stay with it. You know, strap yourselves in. This is a journey. Remember, guys, this is a journey.
Yeah.
Stay the course. Stay the course. Yeah, stay the course. When it gets to April, May, crunch time, let's say we're still in the Champions League, win the semis again, back once again for the Renegade Master and all that. Best believe that. If you know, you know. And if we get over the line, we get to, let's say, for argument's sake, we get to the final, we're a couple of points, 3 points off by mid-April, let's just say, late April, just before May. Okay, cool, you can have that talk. But even then, we still technically haven't got over the line. I will not celebrate fully until it is done, because we've seen this team, yeah, go so close. The 8 point where we bottled it, and then the season after that when we bought Declan Rice and that, where we were 2 points off. If we beat Aston Villa at home, when he decided to bring Havertz back into midfield, revert back to type, doing all that bollocks, and we had Emil Smith-Rowe, the only one defending at one point, do you know what I'm saying, in our own half, because we're trying to go for that equaliser, innit? You know, those are the fine margins, guys. Fine margins.
Margins, guys. Yes, margins. Nah, it's true. It's true, man. It's true. It's true, bro. That's why I just keep it like whatever, innit? Like the fact that he still hasn't worked out his starting 11 is actually, it's a joke. I'll be real. It's actually a joke. How do you bring all these players in, yeah, and you don't know your best starting 11? How did you not know where you wanted to strengthen the team and how you're going to strengthen the team and what areas and what you're going to do? I don't get it. Like, we still don't know. Well, we know our strongest starting 11. Us in the chat, we can figure out the best starting 11. You know what I'm saying? But the manager doesn't, and he's the one that's setting up the team. So I just feel like it's unacceptable that he doesn't know his strongest lineup. It's unacceptable that we've got youngsters and we're not building upon their potential. You know, Lewis Skelly, he had a year last season where he developed as a player. We're not seeing that development for Dowman. When we're seeing Ethan's development slow down. We want to see these things, man. We want to see these things alongside the team playing some good football. I just find it interesting that a lot of Arsenal fans are talking about how unconvincing Liverpool are when we've not been that convincing. Man can give me 2 games out of all the games we had this season that we've looked half decent. Like, come on, man. It's not, you know, there's still things that we need to fix. And yeah, we're happy about Olympiacos. We're supposed to beat Olympiacos. I don't care. This is a given. It's not even a thing. This means nothing to my season. Like, I don't go away from this game thinking, we win against Olympiacos. Do you know what? I think we're favourites for the Champions League. Let's just keep it honest. So, listen, I don't know what's going on with some of these players being out of form. Like I said, certain ones need to fix up. Zubamendi needs to fix up. I don't want to keep seeing Moreno in the midfield. I don't care what opposition it's against. I don't want to keep seeing Moreno in the midfield. And if Gyökeres doesn't start firing, you know what? Play Moreno up front. Bench him. He's got a couple more games now. If you're not firing, if Gyökeres is not firing at all cylinders, when we go into that game against when we've got flipping Atletico Madrid and we've got Crystal Palace, you can hold bench. I'd rather go with Moreno, and you can maybe come off the bench in the 20th minute. Because one thing, even though I'm not Moreno's biggest fan, that guy actually produces goals when he plays as a striker. Even Martinelli's producing goals as a striker. Gyökeres, you better step it up. And that's what the manager should be saying. We've got players that can play through the middle. We've got players that can play as a striker right now, and they can score goals in that position. Gyökeres, listen, you need to start firing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to start firing, and you need to start taking your opportunities. If you don't, you've got until the Fulham game. You're not firing. Moreno can go up front. He's ready. If we then want to win the game, down to the 60th minute, 70th minute, okay, cool, switch it. Put Martinelli through the middle. Let's hit them on the counter. You know what I'm saying? But we got options there. And like I said, I don't want to trash Gyökeres, but you need to step up. You need to step up. And if you're not stepping up, then you're going to have to hold bench. That's the thing with me, bro. Every player gets held accountable. Skelly, all of them. Even if Ethan comes in, he ain't performing, bench. Diamond comes in, he's not performing, bench. Eze comes in after this game and plays against West Ham, he ain't performing, bench. I ain't got time for this. We ain't got time for this. You either perform or you can hold bench until you figure it out that you need to perform week in, week out. I don't care if I like the player or not. I care what's best for the football club. And that's how the managers should be. But instead, he's got favorites, he's got this, he's got that. I don't want to hear it, bro. Gyökeres for me, let me see the games. Hold on. Let me see these games. So we've got West Ham. Then we've got, here we are. Load them. What are you doing, man? We've got West Ham, Fulham, then Atletico, I think. I think that's the order. He's got till Fulham, bro. He's got till Fulham for me. Then he can hold bench. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm getting tired of it now, bro. I'm getting tired of it. I can't lie.
Yeah. That's basically where we're at, man, because if this was Haaland, and we've already seen Pep do this with not just Haaland, but other players, if they're not scoring, if they're not performing, even if they are technically his favourites, he'll put them on the bench. Other managers will put their better players that ain't performing on the bench. Do you know what I'm saying? But this manager don't do that. And if he does, then by that time it's too late. We can all laugh at Haaland, when he's not scoring and he's not performing or whatever. I think Haaland's got like 5 in the last 6 or whatever. He's got more goals than Gyökeres at the moment, especially in all competitions. So yeah, I agree. We've got West Ham, then we've got an international break, then it's Fulham, innit? And then after Fulham, it's Atletico at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gyökeres, you need to be scoring. He needs to score against West Ham, at the very least 1, but try and get 2. I think in order for Gyökeres to be a mainstay in this team, he has to score a hat-trick in one of them games. Ideally, either like the West Ham at home, Fulham. Is Fulham home or away?
Let me check. Fulham is away. It's at Craven
It's
Cottage.
away. Okay, cool. So if he scores a goal against Fulham away, cool. But then even against Atletico, because if you look at Atletico, right, who have they got? They got Julian Alvarez, who's been like their best player at the moment. Like he's on fire. You got Antoine Griezmann, Greasy Griezmann, and all that. We know what he can do. And then you got Shorloff, innit? Yeah, you got Shorloff. We know what Shorloff can do. And, it wouldn't surprise me if Atletico got a result against us, whether it's a draw or they nick a win, because they were close to getting a point against Liverpool. And then Van Dijk was like, not tonight, mate. Where are our players that are going to do that shit when we're not at our best? And we need a result consistently. It's all well and good doing it against Newcastle, pretty much at the start of the season, in September and that. But we need to start building healthy patterns. I'm with you on this, like, completely. Like, I don't care whether it's my favourite player or, I really rate the guy, especially for his, like, footballing ability. If you ain't performing, Ethan Dowman, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Bukayo Saka, even Timber, like, whole bench. You hold bench until the next man ain't performing, but then you come in and then you got to step up. Step up front, you did. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's really and truly as simple as that. Like, you can't expect to be on that much money and then just waltz into that team and have that mindset that, it doesn't matter how well I play or not, I'm going to play next week or I'm going to play next game. Do you know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. That is such a poor mindset. But again, this manager's responsible for creating that mindset, creating that atmosphere, which is what we've been saying for years. But on the other side of the fence, they still don't get it. They don't understand that, bro. And I don't think they ever will. Even when it's time for this manager to actually bounce, they still won't get it, which is why whoever comes in next, whether it's, start of next season or the season after, whenever, they won't back the next guy. They won't give this guy time, even though I know pretty much for damn sure that he's not going to get £1 billion in 5 to 10 years' time if he's still there. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not going to get them 60, 70, 80 million pound players. He'd be lucky to even get one. Do you know what I mean? So it's mad in the dunya, but on the real though, bro, it's just like, how long do these guys expect us to just like how long can this really go on? Because for me, as good as this result is tonight, like I mentioned earlier, we should have been slapping this lot 4 or 5-0. My thing is, I want to see this for the next month. I want to see nothing but W's and consistent performances. That's what I want to see. And if I don't see that, then there's no point getting gassed about tonight, getting gassed against Newcastle away on Sunday. What will it lead to? It will lead to jack shit. That's all I'm saying. So if we can, beat West Ham, we beat Fulham, we nick it against Atletico, we beat the Sunderlands, the Burnleys, we face Bayern Munich, we beat them, we beat Chelsea, and then we beat all the other teams after that, the Brightons, etc. Cool, no problem. But until I start seeing that, and then we get to that crunch time of April, May, I'm not going to even remotely believe we're going to win the league and or the Champions League until we get to that point. Let's see where we are then. But for now, great result, but areas for improvement. We need more people. Just remember that. We need more.
Nah, I hear it. Bay Ledge, what are you saying, bro? What's your thoughts about today's game?
Saying big up North, big up the panel, man. Listen, today's game was a good one. Was okay. Was okay. In terms of the win, I'm happy with the win. That's all I can say, innit? The performance from certain players that I wasn't happy with, people like Trossard and Zubamendi, that was atrocious from Trossard. First of all, he had plenty of chances to bury this game for us. Plenty of chances. Just slapping the ball wide. I don't know what was going on. And he had 70 minutes on the pitch. So I don't know what Arteta was doing there, first of all. We saw Max Dowman, saw Ethan warming up, only for them to not come on the pitch. I'm thinking, come on, man. Are we doing this again? As they look lackluster. I don't know. Is it the Champions League blues being a bit too much for him? I don't know what it is. The performance weren't great. Performance weren't great. Even Gabriel as well. Him getting hooked off as well. Like, what was that? An injury? I wouldn't call it an injury. The performance just was terrible. Ben White. Bro, I love Ben White. I'm not even gonna front. I love Ben White, but why he put him back on a Champions League game? Man puts him back on the field on a Champions League game, not warming him up. We're not talking Carabao Cup. We're not talking FA Cup. Not even a Prem against, mid-table side. Man's putting him in Champions League. I'm thinking this guy's getting exposed. We're getting done on Ben White's side a lot throughout the whole game. So I'm happy with the win. Like, it sounds mad as much as man just complained for the last 5 minutes. it's it's underwhelming, bro. It's underwhelming. You know, the the way we capped off that game, obviously with Saka coming on, I think obviously his spark made a difference. I mean, yeah, man. I don't know how to feel about that game, bro. I didn't feel any excitement. I didn't feel any positivity. You know, not like the Newcastle game because I ain't even been on stream for a minute. But the Newcastle game, I remember I think I done a little podcast on Mo's thing and Mo and Hassam's thing. And I was like, Newcastle game, we have to win that game and we have to win that convincingly. And how we won that game personally, I was happy with it. First half was a good performance. You know, although we were losing at first half, I felt like, yeah, we can come back and win this game. You know, although the PGL won well, the refs, they're going to do their thing against us. I felt like, all right, we can actually do something. The changes he made in the second half, you know, led to us actually winning that game. So credit to Arteta for that, for making those changes. However, you know, that game left me feeling like, okay, this is how the team can play. They've actually shown it this season, and which is the only game where they've actually shown, you know, we're actually a team to mess with. We're a team that, you know, you can't really play about anymore. I mean, can't really play about with us anymore. In regards to obviously going to St. James's Park and losing there for the last 3 games and just getting battered every time we go to Newcastle. So, like, I left the weekend comfortable in that. Now, bro, it's back to the same old again, bro. I know it was a win, but come on, man. Them performances are not good enough. That's not good enough, man. And would you say Arteta left the handbrake on? Because what did he take off the handbrake against Newcastle because we've been getting battered by Newcastle, and he said put the handbrake back on this game because the way they were playing, there was no urgency. And I know the aim is to just win the game, but bro, give us a bit of urgency, bro. Try and finish this side off, you know. Show the Champions League, all right, cool. I mean, show the teams in the Champions League that year. You know, we're actually here to stay. You know, last year wasn't a fluke. We didn't get to to where we got to, slapping Real Madrid because, you know, I don't know what, just by luck. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm feeling right now. I don't know. I don't really know how to feel. I just feel down. Like I didn't feel any excitement from that game, bro. And that's what is doing me. It's like, Champions League, I'm ready for this. Show us something different. I'm seeing Trossard on the left, Martinelli on the right, and although he scored his goal, which was actually Gyökeres's goal, and rightfully so, I'm happy he didn't actually touch it until it hit the post. Because if he tried to rob that goal, I would have been like, this guy's a scum. Bro, I would have said it.
Was it David Nugent thing, innit? Like in a World Cup qualifier against Andorra, innit? Like claim to fame and all of that. See, I remember that shit.
Yeah, no, so I respected Martinelli's performance for scoring, you know what I'm saying, and doing all that and the hard work. But Trossard, come on, man, he can't start again, bro. That's 2 starts, 2 poor performances. He's a bench. What does he call it? He's a super sub, bro. He's a super sub. Don't start this guy.
Finisher. He's a finisher.
Yeah, he's a finisher, bro. Like, put him on at the end of the game. Let him come and, you know, bang it off. He knows where the goal is. But yeah, man, that's my opinion, bro. So it's a joke.
I hear it. We take the win and we move, innit? That's how I look on it. We take the win and we move. We still want to see more in it. And if we sound deflated, it's because we had high expectations coming into this season. Let's be real. Like we all of us were happy. Wherever you stand on this club and this manager, like everybody was like, "Yo, we got Eze. Yo, we got Gyökeres. Cool. We're gonna see something. We're gonna see something different to last season." But we haven't really seen that. Man are talking about using subs. Cool, but that's not gonna get you. You're not gonna get away with it all the time. Fixing your starting lineup that wasn't convincing in the first place and had question marks about it. We've won games already on set pieces. That's not nothing different. We've seen this for the last 2 years, like, and it hasn't got us over the line. People talking about we got Gyökeres, cool, but we're not getting the best out of him through the system. So it doesn't really feel like we got a clinical striker because we're not seeing the best from him with this manager. You know what I mean? We've got Eze, but then again, that was a number 10 we'll ask him for. That's an upgrade on Odegaard. But then a lot of games he's playing as a winger. Even today, came on, played as a winger. Even though Odegaard had a good game, does that mean that he's going to be on the wing again? And now Odegaard's going to start on the 10 because of this performance? You know, that's how this manager moves. You know what I mean? One of his favorites, as soon as they have a good game, he uses that as a justification. But it's really and truly, they're going to start regardless if they have a good game or not. Like, we already know this. So it's like, that's where the lack of enthusiasm is, because I feel like if we came into this season, even I would have been like, you know what, guys, yeah, this season, Eze's cooking. Like, we've got Eze cooking. We've got the striker cooking. The system's changed. We're less predictable. We're catching teams off guard. Yeah, I'm saying we're bringing Saka into the game. We now are not solely aiming all our attacks down the right-hand side. But the left-hand side of our attack is still dead. We now got a striker that's performing. Let's be honest about it. He's performing worse than Moreno last season. He is. And I know he's just come, but he's performing worse than Moreno last season when he was brought into the striker role. Like, Moreno was performing in more games, bro. And I'm not saying that Moreno is a better finisher. What I'm saying is, it's just not catered to Gyökeres, isn't it? Like, Moreno don't mind you spamming in crosses into the box. That's not Gyökeres' game, bro. He wants through balls in behind the defender. He wants to find space. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing.
Nah, you're right. You're right. Even to, like, literally the issue with the Gyökeres thing, it's like, I don't know. Everyone can see it, bro. Apart from the players and the manager, like, and the coaches. I'm confused here. You know what his strong points are. We know what Gyökeres can do. So give him the ball. And we had that first example today with Odegaard letting Gyökeres through. You know what I'm saying? For Martinelli's goal. First 10 minutes into the game, that's a pass already. And I think he even tried it again. So that was like twice in the game. Now, okay, yeah, with 6-7 games in, some might say it's a little too late, but I need to see more of that throughout the entire game, bro. I need to see more of those passes for Gyökeres, because what I've seen from Gyökeres is this guy has got an engine for 120 minutes, bro. He can run and do nothing. Man just running 90 minutes, just running. No one's passing him the ball. I'm thinking, bro, simply just give him the ball on the wing, bro. Just run. So yeah, man. I can give credit to Odegaard this game, because maybe the criticism that he's been reading online is affecting him now.
Oh, it's definitely got to him. It's definitely got
finally, bro. Listen, finally.
He shaved his hair. Like, you know that hair flicks has been bugging him. Like, Declan Rice has been showing what Guns and other people have been saying about it. Do you know what I'm saying? They watch what we do. They read what we post, especially if it's on Twitter, even on Instagram. They see that shit, man. They definitely see that shit.
You know where he saw it? Do you know where he really saw it? When we signed Eze, even Arteta inners are like, right, we got a new number 10. That's where he saw it.
And he's wearing the number 10 as well. My thing is, just very quickly, before, not trying to cut off my man below in the panel, whatever your name is, sir. Like, the thing is like, I don't see, even with the same formation, why can't we play Eze, Odegaard, and either a Rice or a Zubimendi in that midfield? Why do we still need even 2 DMs? Never mind 3. 3's taking the fucking piss. But even 2, especially in a game like this, where they're more than beatable. That game tonight, so they were there for the taking. 5, 6, even 7-0. But we played 2 DMs. I'm with you, North. I don't want to see Moreno in the midfield. He's one of them finishers as well. Like, Zubimendi was poor today. If we had like a Eze, I would play Eze in the 10, and then you play Odegaard sort of in that left 8. And I'll tell you why I play him in that left 8. You may disagree, you may not. But the thing is with me, what I've noticed about Odegaard ever since he's been here, right? Whenever he receives the ball, in our own half, and especially on the edge of our box, you know, with how we like to pass out from the back. Whenever we pass to David Raya, and before it was Ramsdale, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But then Odegaard drops a bit deep to get the ball. You notice how he never loses it. I can't think of a time where he's lost the ball in our own half, deep in our own half, you know, especially when it's on the edge of our box, and then he takes the ball, and yes, too many times he's passed it sideways, maybe backwards again, but when the times he does play it more forward, like he did today, you see how we're transitioning. Do you know what I'm saying? If he's playing in that 8, he can do that more often. Whereas if he's in the 10, you got to go from 10 position all the way back to basically deep in our own half, almost next to where the centre backs are. But you notice he's still doing that at number 10 because he's more comfortable there. He knows what he can do. He knows what he can do, and he knows that that's his best attributes. Really and truly, let's be real, people. He's a glorified recycler of the ball with a bit of tech. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, he'll press, you know, when we don't have the ball. Cool. You know, doing what Ozil didn't do. But at the same time, you know, if you have an Eze at top, when you have an Odegaard receiving the ball deep in our half, he turns, and he done that a few times today, and then you have an Eze there at number 10, and then we've seen it before where against City, where Eze played that ball over the top, and then Martinelli just dinks the fucking keeper. We need to be doing that more often, but we don't. Why? 2 reasons. This manager's holding us back, handbrake settings, and number 2, our players are being run into the ground and have been run into the ground for ages. So we want to see more, but they can't really give that much more when the energy levels are a lot lower. And we know this. Like, you notice how he's also, like, at this moment in time, he's not starting Saka as much because he's afraid of him getting injured.
And Nat, I have to give him credit for that. Nat, I have to give him credit for that because this is the first time. This is the first time over the last 2 games we have seen Saka probably not start. And I'm not gonna lie to you, today I was actually happy. Like, I was actually happy he didn't start and he put him on at the 70th minute because this is exactly what I was screaming for the last game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Everyone definitely would have assumed Saka's starting. I assumed Saka was starting. So it was actually a big shock Saka not starting this game. Now, does he continue it moving forward? That's the question. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we have to see if this guy is actually taking care of our players. Because now that we actually have the squad in depth that everyone's been saying, or, you know, I guess in your opinion, if you think that we need more, but now that we have a squad in depth, without Madueke being injured and that, Saka can rest and more players can rest. And even like you guys have even stated, bro, change the formation up, bro. Why do we need 2 DMs? Bro, play Rice or Zubamendi or Moreno. And then, you know what I'm saying, Odegaard and Eze. Let's have a bit of creativity. Then change it up in the second half and put on 2 DMs if you want to. But start with 2 attacking mids. You get what I'm saying? Like, show us you're trying to win the game. And that's the issue with Arteta. Look, maybe it's a thing where I'm playing devil's advocate here, yeah. Maybe it's a thing where he's thinking we're good enough to go through the first half of the season without getting beat bare times. And I believe that strongly in it. Like, I don't think we're going to lose a ridiculous amount of games with the amount of squad and depth that we have this season. However, the way he's actually fielded us a lot of the times, it's like, we know already, yeah, the handbrake's on. So is it a game plan thing? Is he saying January, then man's going to now switch it up and start moving on the attack? We just have to wait and see because, bro, I'm sure like many Arsenal fans, look, I'm sure like many Arsenal fans, I thought in January we was going to sign someone. Bro, till the last day, bro. Till literally the last day, I was there telling my United friends that, yeah, no, Arsenal's gonna get someone through the door, bro. So if it comes this January now and it looks like, oh, Liverpool running away with the league, and then we've dropped off, and the club don't sign anyone, who are we gonna blame it on? Is it gonna be Arteta again, or is it gonna be the club?
Do you know what? Yeah, for me, do you know what? I feel like he's playing this defensive. He plays this defensive football because he's figured out that if you play this defensive football, yeah, you nullify a lot of systems in this league. Yeah, because a lot of systems, even like the good football that we've seen from Bournemouth over the years now, or Crystal Palace, a lot of them, they need space. They need space. If you nullify that space, then you go down to, have they got the individuals to break down the low block? And you need players that can take players out of the game, the league players out of the game, can beat 2-3 man, take them out the game, create space. This generation of footballers don't really have that many players that can take 3-4 players. Most of these wingers are robotic. A lot of these players are system-based players. So then you know what I'm saying? So I feel like he looks at it, yeah, and goes, well, if we just go defensive, most teams don't have the quality of player to break us down. Do you know what I'm saying? So he nullifies the system by playing the low block. Then he goes on to then he nullifies the players because they don't have the ability to break down the low block single-handedly and create that space. But the problem with that is that's why it leads to too many draws, because we don't also encourage our players to be individuals when we go up against a low block. He holds back Saka, he holds back Martinelli, he holds back Gyökeres, he holds back a lot of our attack in the same way. So I feel like if he was playing this kind of system, yeah, in like 2000, 2002, when you had ballers, when you had like players that can X players out of the game and single-handedly win you games, this is not enough. Do you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be enough just to play a low block and try and spam a little rocket and then try and stink out 1-0. It wouldn't be enough. But with this generation of players, he gets away with it, bro. He gets away with it because there's not enough players that can counteract what we're doing. And there's too many system-based players, and there's too many managers now that are just very system. No creativity. Don't let the handbrake off. That's why, bro. Like, you couldn't do this against Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez will cook. You couldn't do this against Hazard. Hazard will cook, bro. You can't just do that. Thierry Henry, Bergkamp would see the ball. They'll still take on 3-4 players. They don't give a shit. They got the quality to do it. You get what I'm saying? You can't just play a low block and think it's all good, bro. Because we used to see low blocks back in the day, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But when you had ballers like that, you ain't doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't do a low block against Messi. Are you mad? He'll dribble 3-4 players, smack it top bins. Do you know what I'm saying? The thing is, there's a lot of players that don't have that ability. Even the wingers here that we rate in this league, yeah, most of them rely on space. Without space, they look very robotic, bro. Very robotic. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bro. And even the top strikers, yeah, a lot of them are very wasteful as well in this generation as well. So that's why he's getting away with it, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, other generations, bro, this wouldn't be enough just to play a low block and just try and spam it through the corner. No way. No way. So he's kind of hit it lucky, but it's a double-edged sword, like I said. It's a double-edged sword because you also nullify your own team, and he's also robotic with his own team and our own attackers, which is why we look as stale as we do when we play that type of football. But past generations, you couldn't just do this, bro, and think you're going to be in a title race playing like this. You couldn't do it, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No. Do you remember that Bayern Munich team of like Ribery and Robben on both sides? At one point, they were the best wingers on the planet. You could never play a low block, park the bus, whatever the fuck you want to call it, against them man there. They beat Barcelona. Now, granted, it was past prime time, but still kind of peak Barcelona. But they managed to do it, innit? Even the Dortmund team that was on fire, that Klopp was managing at that time, they won back-to-back league titles. They couldn't beat them when it really mattered most. In the Champions League final, they had Thomas Müller. I think they had Mario Gomez up front. You know, you got Schweinsteiger in that midfield, Neuer in the net. Like, the spine was there, the quality was there. And in this day and age, you know, you're absolutely spot on, North. It's just like we nullify what we have, even if we nullify other teams from how we set up and how we play very pragmatically, very defensively. Like, you know, you look at the likes of Mo Salah, innit? when Mo Salah has a bit of space, you know, especially primetime Mo Salah, like he causes a lot of chaos, and that's why he gets a lot of goals. But when you nullify, when you close him down, when you shut that space down, he's very, very bang average. He's very ordinary. I've seen Mo Salah run into traffic, not trying to go left or even right, or even turn back and pass. He actually just runs into man, pause, and it's just like, where's the creativity? Where's the Eden Hazard? Where's the Alexis Sanchez? The initiative, the impetus to just like beat your defender one-on-one. We don't see many one-on-one wingers. And even the ones that do it, like Doku, they're mad erratic. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it comes off and it looks great. Other times it looks absolute shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you notice with like I'll give you another example. You know, like Real Madrid recently, you see what Kylian Mbappe's doing right now, yeah? Mbappe's realizing that he has to deliver in it, because this ain't PSG where he has the freedom of Paris, yeah? He's in Madrid and Real Madrid. He has to deliver, because he knows, like, if he don't win them the Champions League, like his World Cup that he won at 18 years old and being in the last World Cup final scoring a hat-trick ain't going to do shit for him, especially in this era. Like, he's gone back to basics. He knows, okay, my touch ain't great. My dribbling ain't great because I'm mad erratic, but I'm hella quick. But if my touch is good enough and I get into those positions off the shoulder, I can cause mad damage. One of his goals the other night against the Kazakh team, right? It was a wicked goal. But we saw him doing that again when he was playing for Monaco, innit? And for me, that's the best Mbappe, when he was at Monaco. Because, yeah, he was raw, but the fundamentals were there. He kept it so simple. He wasn't trying to be, prime time Thierry Henry. Do you know what I'm saying? He wasn't trying to be like Ronaldinho. He was just being himself and doing what he knows he can do, even with the mad pace and athleticism. Do you see what I'm saying? But you've got too many players that think they're all that their shit don't stink. Madueke is a great example. You've got Garnachas, bro, stinking up the fucking joint. And now he's got his move to Chelsea and all that. Madueke's with us. Rasmus Højlund scored 2 tonight or whatever. But it's just like them kind of players, them kind of forwards, man. They're so dry, man. They're horrible to watch. They're diabolical to watch. But under the right manager and the right system, they're effective. That is modern football in a nutshell. You don't see the TT, you see the Pires and all of that can create something just like that out of nothing. You don't see it, man.
And Nat, and North, actually, I have to agree and disagree with both of your statements. So I agree with the fact that Arteta has made us a very defensive team and a team that's very hard to beat. But I don't think he's nullified the attack to the point where we don't produce in attack. Obviously, North pointed out why we draw so many games in it. In my personal opinion, I think last season was an anomaly. We don't draw games like that. If you look at the seasons that we've actually tried to compete, apart from last season, because like I keep saying, in my personal opinion, last season was an anomaly. If you want to use excuses like injuries, if you want to use excuses like we didn't have a big enough squad, if you want to, whatever excuse you want to use, right? In my personal opinion, last season was an anomaly, and we drew 14 games. Those 14 games, that doesn't happen on a usual Champions League run. On a usual season when we're competing, like the first season or the second season. Because the first season we finished off with 1 point off Man City, and then the second season we finished off 3 points off of Man City, whatever it was. So, like, we were literally right behind them. Now, last season, yes, we drew 14 games, but that was whatever reason you want to look at it as. In my personal opinion, I'm gonna say injuries and the lack of squad depth, which is what they've actually fixed this season. Now,
I think we've been figured out. I think we've been figured out, bro.
You think so?
I think he's been running this defensive shit for so long that he's been figured out. It's not as effective anymore. It's not as effective. I think when he starts something new, you can see we kind of caught. When we first did it, we were catching teams off guard. They weren't expecting us to score from set pieces and that. He started seeing teams adapt more to it and be able to kind of ride it out and match us physically and stuff like that. Like even the 22-23 season, remember before, like we were playing quite defensive football. You remember when he first got the job and it was quite defensive and it was kind of Aubameyang and stuff like that. When we
he had to though. He had to in the first couple of seasons.
But that's the thing with him, yeah. When he catches teams out, we caught teams out that season, 22-23. Even the fan base was surprised. I was surprised. I was like, I didn't expect us to play that kind of football. I think once he does the season of it, doesn't get over the line for very different reasons. Because I feel like there's different arguments depending on what type of football he was playing that current season, innit? But when he first played defensive football, I felt like he didn't have the right blend on when to put the impetus to actually go out and win the game. I know that at the end of the season, like you have to grind out, you have to go out there and get the 3 points when you're gonna win and you're in the title race, innit? I think he went a little bit more afraid because of what happened in 22-23. But 22-23, he could have used what he did when he first started the defensive football, and we could have been a bit more pragmatic in certain games and not left ourselves so open at times. But then again, in that same season, we did play Nottingham Forest and lost 1-0. I think because the team ran out of gas as well. I think with the season, you've got to know how to manage your team. We always said about Pep rotating his squad and stuff so you don't get burnt out. Liverpool as well did really well being neck and neck with Man City, but then they burnt out as well. I feel like we
couldn't do that last season. No, we couldn't do that last season. Quite literally.
No, we couldn't, but that was already after seasons of being worked out as to what we were doing in the first place.
And I agree. I totally agree with that statement. But right now, the fact is that we actually have the squad depth that we've actually been screaming for. Although Madueke is injured, although I don't know, Havertz is still injured, Jesus is still injured. Who else is still injured? I don't know, but no guard.
I think is injured because he was out. Yeah.
Now look at those names. On top of those names that we've just said are still injured, we still have those players that come on the pitch today. With Saka being rested, with Declan Rice being rested, with Eze sitting on the bench. So in terms of squad depth, this is actually the season where, I don't know, if you're not a delusional Arsenal fan, you can actually say we have squad depth. So if Arteta has no excuse. There isn't any excuse that could be laid in the book. There is nothing, bro. He can't hide under both his injuries. He can't hide under we don't have the players. He can't hide under decisions from PGMOL. Like there's nothing for him to hide under, bro. So he has to win this season. And I feel like we can do it. I know you stated you don't feel like we can do it, but I feel like we can do it. Now that's probably just AFC fan delusion right now, because really and truly, this is just me going off of, we've competed over the last 3 seasons, not showing us actually anything that's actually gone over the line. So, bro, I can't really say if we're gonna win it or not. I have to go. How I usually decide is after the January transfer window. That's how I usually decide. If Arsenal are gonna go on and win this league. But, bro, as of right now, I don't see it. I actually don't see it.
He's got the players to play a blend of both styles. He's got actually the personnel to play a blend of both styles. So I agree with you there. The problem is him, innit? And that's why I don't believe we can, because I feel like he's the problem as to why we won't. He's the guy that doesn't know, no matter if he's playing defensive football or attacking football. One thing with this manager, when it comes to the crunch end, he doesn't make the right decisions. Like, he bottles it. He gets nervous. He doesn't make the right decision. Doesn't know how to... Like, I feel like certain managers just know when to grind out results and know when to hit the acceleration to get the 3 points. And I feel like that goes down to man management. It goes down to in-game management. It goes down to knowing when to do enough to get over the line. And I just don't feel like this guy does. I feel like he's not just a rookie. I feel like Arteta is, I think naturally he's just a very scared person. He doesn't take risks. I feel like big managers here take risks, bro, and I feel like they're bold. I don't feel like this manager's bold, bro. There's been nothing bold about our campaigns in the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup. There's been nothing bold about the way that we played PSG or Bayern Munich in the Champions League. There's been nothing bold about the way that we handle our last 10 games of when we're in the title race. He doesn't go bold, bro. He doesn't go like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we are fucking getting the win by hook. Do you know what I'm saying? We're doing it. Because there's a time to do that hook or by crook shit. But he does it sometimes now, like at the start of the season. It's like, no, you need that kind of energy towards the end of the season. Like right at the end, by hook or by crook. Do you know what I'm saying? And we fold under those situations. Or if we go a goal down or 2 goals down, you see him panicking. Like, I don't feel like this manager. I feel like he's tactically limited, bro. Like even his adjustments, I feel like he only makes changes at the end of seasons. So like where other managers will be like Conte when we beat them and they change to a back 3. Arteta would never do that. Never do that, bro. Never do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Conte saw, yo, this ain't working. We got slapped up by Arsenal. Fuck it, we're changing it. This shit ain't working. We're doing it right now. Arteta would wait to the whole season being wrong and strong, playing his 3 DMs or playing a 4-2-3-1, and then if it doesn't work, cool, we'll implement it next season. The next season we'll start with it. Once it gets figured out, we'll continue to do it, and then we'll implement something different the next season. You can't do that. You got to be a manager that's able to adjust. Slot came into the league, and look at the way he adjusted game by game, adjust. He realized that, yo, how can I build on Klopp? Right, Klopp, certain games, he could have held back. Certain games, he was allowing teams to already go 2-0 up and putting already like a mountain to climb for the team. We don't need to do that. We know we got the firepower. We can be a bit more pragmatic in the way that we approach. Then certain times in the game, then we'll put the burners on. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you never see Arteta consistently during the whole season doing that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? But listen, I need to go to Lee's stream. So I'm going to redirect. We're going to redirect over to Lee Gunn. Otherwise, I'm going to be there till flipping 6 in the morning. And big up to Nat. Big up to Bay Ledge. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow, man, at 3, we can have this conversation. We can continue this conversation, man. But man. Just be happy, guys. Just be happy. We want it. Just be happy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't be negative. Don't complain. Don't complain. You know
if you listen to the show, you don't think we won this game, bro.
Nah.
This is experience of being let down. This is experience of being let down, you know.
Can I just say just one thing before you wrap up, North? Yeah, you summed it up spot on. This manager is reactive. He's not proactive. That's what it comes down to. That's where we see the pattern recognition. Like, we know he's not an elite level manager. We know he doesn't have the courage. He doesn't have the bollocks. But at the same time, like, when it really comes down to it, the championship rounds, regardless of how you play, you will be judged in them championship rounds. Look at Crawford Canelo, Canelo had no answer in it because Bud Crawford was not only better, but he had a plan. He stuck to that plan and he knew what he was coming up against. And he got over the line. Even after the judges were trying to give him a bullshit decision at the end, do you know what I'm saying? And he went for it. He could have done the Mayweather thing. He could have fully done the Mayweather thing, but he didn't. He didn't, especially towards the end. And this is all we're saying when it comes to Arteta. Have some fucking guts. You want to rest players like Saka and all of that, Rice now, cool. But at the same time, there are no excuses. You're right, babe. There are no more excuses this season. We've got the squad depth. Arteta, we know, can play attacking and defensive football. It's just a question of now, can he see this to the end? Can he deliver when the pressure is on? Can these players turn up when it really matters? Because, as an example, very quickly, let's say we get to the Champions League final and we're like 1 win away from winning the Premier League title, If we don't get over the line, if we're in that situation, I'm actually going to put it a lot more on the players, believe it or not, than the manager. Because we can blame the manager till kingdom come. But in them championship rounds, and ultimately in football, it's mainly about the players anyway. The players still have to turn up. It doesn't matter what the manager does, ultimately, but especially when it comes to championship rounds, the top players, the cream rises to the top. Do you know what I'm saying? The Odegaards, the Bukayo Sakas, the Declan Rices, the Gyökeres now, the Ezes, etc., etc. These players need to start delivering. These players ultimately need to start delivering. So we can blame the manager all we want. When it comes to the Championship rounds, April, May, these players better turn up. Even if they're fully gassed. Yeah? Do the best that you can. And then at the end of the season, then you can rest for a month or so, yeah? Until pre-season starts this next summer. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all we want. It's time to win them major trophies, man. You've had 6 years, you know, £1 billion spent and all of that. It's time to deliver. Time for this manager to be more proactive and time for these players to step up, man. Because they've been hiding under this manager, some of them, especially Odegaard for the longest. You need to start delivering, and especially being club captain, you better start delivering, especially if you're on 240k a week. And that's that.
No, I hear that, man. Look, big up to the both of you. We're going to redirect to Lee. Northside Raid on the way in, and I'll be there literally in 2 minutes. Love Northside Raid.